You'll be eating Devin for breakfast every day.
Oh god. This is what NXZ has been teaching you.
That's actually what I should ask NXZ, actually.
Is that what you should ask him?
Yeah, like, what even is Devin?
Oh god.
I saw it in a sketch comedy once. Can you explain, Royan? Anyway, we're going to be kicking off our upper bracket finals here. It is still a best of 3, so calm yourselves. It's not a best of 5 just yet. Still a best of 3. And we're kicking it off on Pride of Altaris, LE. We're in the bottom right corner map, starting all the way in the bottom right corner. We have a blue Zerg player coming down from the land of Hong Kong. He is the best player from Hong Kong, representing the Juggernauts. He is GogojOey.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Pride of Altaris LE, we have the Filipino Zerg player himself. He just took down Mio Micah. Can he do the same to his other brother, to the Hong Kong Zerg? It is EnDerr.
It'll be insane if at the final GPO of 2021, EnDerr comes in and doesn't drop a series.
That would be amazing. That would be absolutely insane. And it could happen. We're pretty close. But unlike Mio Micah, GogojOey has been active in those missing weeks. He has not been tempted. He's been playing some AoE 4, but nowhere near as much as Mio.
Even though he barely missed, even though he's been working in a lab recently and can only come back
True.
or only clocks out about an hour before GPO starts, he has tried his darndest to come back and still compete.
He races.
And that's how he won last week.
Yeah, he races home, maybe. We were talking about it. As soon as the bell rings, he's already halfway out the door, mate. He's done.
I'm pretty sure that's the plot to one of the Fast and Furious movies. A lab tech says race home.
As soon as the bell rings Don Toretto, he's out there in the parking lot. He's racing, go, 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 go! Jumps out the window, gets in the car, they race down the street. Oh god.
Tokyo drifts on the streets of Hong Kong.
He does, mate, he does. Oh god.
Well, speaking of Tokyo drifting, going fast and furious, GogojOey is very furious in this map. That is a very early +1 melee.
Oh yeah, exactly. EnDerr did go for a faster spawning pool overall, but GogojOey has that hidden Evo chamber in the main base, and EnDerr has not been able to see it. He's gonna try and surpass these queens. The queens, they do not provide a full wall. The Lynx, can they get into the main?
They're gonna try, and they are gonna be able to.
Oh my god, they
Does.
just... No, they... okay.
Now he does.
Yeah, they turned around for a moment there, but EnDerr, he sees the Evo chamber, he sees it researching as well. He should know 100% that a Link Flood is coming his way, and he needs to prepare, and I hope that he throws down a Bailey Nest.
Or a macro hatch.
Or, yeah. What, a third macro hatch? The fourth? Oh my god.
Second macro hatch.
Second macro hatch, fourth hatchery in total.
Yeah.
Oh god, let's go. Here we go. Oh my, I just realized how late in comparison Link's speed is. That's how fast he won a +1 melee. So it's gonna take a while for GogojOey to really hit with all of his Lings. He's even working on +1 carapace.
Yeah, I only now realize he actually had 2 Evo chambers here. And typically it does make sense to get Link speed after getting +1 melee, because that's just how the upgrades align, but not in this case. I think it will align with +1 carapace though.
Yeah, we'll see how well this is gonna work. Especially because EnDerr, he went the opposite end of the kind of the other route here. Instead of going safe and going into Banelings and trying to get a third base up and running, no, instead he's walling off on 2 bases, and he wants to go, it's looking like 2-base Muta with this very fast Spire. I mean, very fast.
You know what? I dig it. some very early gases being taken at that natural base. And Mutalisk will shut this down hard, but they will also take a long time to get out. I mean, the Spire only now started up.
Yeah, and the Lings are already here across the map. Oh, one of the queens is a little bit exposed, so one of the queens will go down. There's enough energy for one transfuse, but only one. Up, up.
And one is not gonna be enough. The Lings dive in, they snipe the queens, they break through the wall, and they go straight for that main base.
Mate, is this already over? I mean, okay, the Lings, they get more damage done here. These are going to be cleaned up, but we have reinforcing Lings about to hit the front wall. One is already done, but there are no Banelings here, just pure Ling.
Yeah, are just pure Lings, but also these two Spires that... Spine Crawlers that will help out. Funnily enough, GogojOey's the first player to get his Baneling Nest.
Yeah, I feel like this was necessary earlier, not gonna lie.
Oh, definitely.
I would have loved a Ling Bane all-in instead of just pure Ling. Like, sure, GogojOey broke into the base, but he didn't really deal too much economic damage. Well, and the Spire is gonna finish.
It is, but at the very least GogojOey was able to scout that, so he's getting a couple of spores up now. And, you know, because he would force EnDerr to make all those Lings, he actually doesn't have a lot of larvae or minerals to actually get as many mutas out as he would like to.
True. Instead, we see a massive Ling run by going through the center of the map. There are a lot of queens, though, an insane amount of queens. Oh god, they're gonna get surrounded, though.
Just like so, but thankfully for GogojOey, at least he does have a couple of transfuses on his queens. Doesn't save him in the end, though.
Mate, this is actually devastating. All the queens are going to go down. At the same time, we have a counterattack. But what's devastating about this is that, what was it, 6, 7 queens just died? That was supposed to be the answer to the mutas. And now they're all gone. And now the mutas are coming out.
Yeah, 2 of them did pop up back at home, but more of them are going to be joining pretty soon. GogojOey might be able to snipe. He does snipe the Spire.
Mate.
And that at least will throw a wrench in EnDerr's plans.
Oh, that's huge. Like, that's the most insane snipe I've ever seen. And there's another Ling run by. There's still no wall. He doesn't go in.
Yeah, he really doesn't want to fight all those mutas with Lings. I mean, you can't really fight mutas with Lings.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, that was an insane amount of damage done, so they kind of go tit for tat. Sure, all the queens died, but now these are the only mutas that EnDerr can work with. To be fair, there's still a decent amount of them. I know GogojOey has been pumping out as many queens as he could, but he only has 4 queens at the moment. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're not quite in position either. Another queen goes down. Spore Crawlers at least keep the mutas at bay for now, but another queen is going to go down.
Oh god, no, the Lings, they get us surrounded with the other queens. These queens, they cannot afford to go down, and they do get picked off. Every single queen goes down, oh my god.
Once again, there's just no answer to these mutas. That was a kill and not a cancel on one of the Spore Crawlers. Oh, but the mutas started to fight the spores, though.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that. A couple of mutas do get picked off. Finally, Ling reinforcements do come out here for GogojOey, but 10 drones had fallen. At the same time, my god, he just keeps going for run-bys.
This really is too fast, too furious.
It's insane.
And the switches into roaches now, and thankfully for GogojOey, he does spot that. He hasn't spotted the third base of EnDerr yet, though, has he?
I don't. He has now, as he does have an Overlord here in position. Another Ling run by is going to be headed towards that third base. What's important is that GogojOey, he's getting a Roach Warren of his own. He's trying desperately to get back into roaches to meet those of EnDerr. He needs to buy time though, because there's a lot of roaches out for EnDerr.
There are a lot of roaches out, but not enough to save that third base. This may just prompt EnDerr to a counterattack though. And I'm not convinced GogojOey has enough to defend. I mean, just look at that supply difference.
Yeah, he needs to go now. Like, finally, the Roach Warren finishes. 15 roaches are coming out here for GogojOey. Is it going to be enough? At the same time, Ling counterattack into the main base, but now we have a Spine. Now that's going to buy some time. Queens can come back to defend. And now the roaches hit across the map, and the roaches of GogojOey are not ready. Oh, no!
Yeah, that push of the Lings completely intended to buy GogojOey some time, but it did the complete opposite. Actually reduce his time here as EnDerr pushes in. GogojOey does have a nice concave on these roaches though. doesn't have a lot of transfuse energy, it's the problem.
The Lings come in, the Mutas come in as well. EnDerr just has too much army supply. He may have been down in workers earlier, but he is up in the army, and GogojOey barely has anything left.
He has the Zerg base, but I don't think it's gonna be enough here. He really needs as much production as possible, and he just doesn't have it. His roaches are getting thinned out.
Yeah, what's important is that the queens were dying earlier, which means they didn't have any transfuses either. GogojOey just really had barely any larvae to work with. Third base is completely given up. GogojOey's going to try and hold on to his natural base, but again, he just barely has any roaches remaining.
Not much of anything else remaining as everything dies. GG is called. EnDerr takes game number 1. She got down and dirty.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Bloodfest on both.
like
on both ends of the map.
Yeah, I loved the Ling run bys from GogojOey. I didn't like the lack of banelings. Like banelings would have been great in multiple circumstances there. Like,
especially when, if you think about it, the big turning point for EnDerr that game, I feel anyway, was when he was able to snipe 6 queens in the middle of the map. 6 high energy queens in the middle of the map just like that.
That was huge.
GogojOey had a couple of banelings back at home. We would have had a very different mid game.
100%. That was the turning point. That was the game-winning move of EnDerr, just sniping all of those queens. Meanwhile, oh my god, it happened. It happened, Yaku. Look at the bracket. Look at the bracket.
Yo!
Oh my god.
Beastork continues his Slayer run here. After taking out Demi 1-0, he advances to take out Mio-Micah 1-0. And you know what that means, Light? Zeph is going to be very disappointed.
Very disappointed. Mio-Micah.
We will not get Mio-Micah versus GogojOey.
Exactly. He is knocked out of the tournament. He will not be there for the grand finals. That's insane that is going to be happening here again. That is what too much AoE 4 can do to you sometimes.
This is a public service announcement.
Public service announcement. If you want to get good at StarCraft, you got to play StarCraft.
Just don't play AoE. Forehead.
Oh god. See, Starduck's loophole to that is, I'm playing StarCraft, just arcade mode. That's it.
Yeah. He's not even playing character survival anymore. He's playing tower defense.
True. At least play RTD, mate.
Yeah, I miss RTD.
Oh god. But yeah,
it's
crazy.
The best arcade mode.
That Protoss Dream is still alive, mate.
Yeah. Carrying it forward, and I mean, he's in the lower bracket finals now. Still a very good chance for him, but that is that, and this is this. Curious Minds, of course, is what this is. We're in the top left-hand corner map, swinging all the way in the top left-hand corner. We have our blue Zerg player coming down all the way from the land of Hong Kong. He has been a major champion throughout 2021. He is the most recent champion of Grand Platypus Open, but now he's in a lot of trouble. Can he keep the dream alive? He is representing the Juggernauts as the best player from Hong Kong. He is GogojOey.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Curious Minds LE, we have the Filipino Zerg player, the man who took down Mio-Micah, who is currently up in this series, also representing the Juggernauts. It is EnDerr. Gavian Napoleon Marquises Acampado himself, mate.
See.
Sí.
Going up against old mate Joey.
Oh, mate Joey. Oh my god. Can he do it? Can he fight back? I'd like to think so. We'll see. I mean, EnDerr going for a very interesting opener. We've seen him go gasless many times, not just in this series, but today in general. This time goes for a very fast gas opener.
Wow. I think for the first time in today's tournament, I mean, he even, well, I was gonna say he even doesn't go for the macro hatch, but we'll see. There's still a possibility for him here.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he does. Like, this is looking a lot like just a very different kind of EnDerr. And it could be due to the map. This is the first time we're seeing Curious Minds today, I think. We haven't seen too much of it. And the Lings coming across the map, they're going to have Ling speed. EnDerr, he does pull out of gas, though. He is not getting a Baneling. Oh, he actually goes back in.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay, that's still a possibility for a Baneless happening later on. GogojOey also dips in with his own Lings, and he will scout. That's a very quick, research on your, I almost said tech lab, spawning pool, sir.
Oh yeah, the Ling speed timing for EnDerr is going to be insane. We have a Ling flood on the way here for EnDerr as well. Nothing but Lings on that production tab, and GogojOey should be aware. Because he scouted the spawning pool researching, he should be aware of how quick it's going to be coming across the map.
Well, if he didn't suspect it early on, he confirms it now. The Lings are going to get sandwiched.
Oh my
no.
god, the Lings
Oh
do get...
no.
The Lings do get sandwiched here. This is huge, and he is sending it across the map. What do we have at home to defend? Baneling Nest is on the way. It's not ready yet. The SimCity is pretty good. Queen does snuggle itself here between the buildings.
But is it going to be good enough? EnDerr continues to get real good surrounds on top of the Lings of GogojOey. The Queens, though, with their added DPS, will hold for now.
Wow, the Queens are just too good. But EnDerr's not done. His Baneling Nest is about to finish up. He wants to keep on going. He has not droned up at all. Look at the worker disparity here between the players. My god.
Jeez. EnDerr is going to need to get some damage done.
Exactly, and that's the purpose of these Banelings here. But GogojOey now has his own defensive Banelings, and now it's going to be almost impossible to break this unless one of the players, unless GogojOey messes up with his Bane control. Oh, no!
Yeah. Oh! Or if EnDerr does! Okay, another player really slipping up just yet. But these Queens, man, they do such a good job of sniping the Banelings. Now GogojOey's the player with the Baneling advantage.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way! Oh my god, EnDerr, he wants one of these Queens so badly, but he's not going to be able to get it. GogojOey's defense is just too good, and he defends while also droning up. Back at home, EnDerr forced to make drones as well.
Alright, we're getting our ace match.
I mean, GogojOey has a pretty big advantage, and great minds think alike. Both players immediately go for lairs.
Yeah, obviously the big difference here is that GogojOey grabs an Evo chamber as well, because he can afford to. That's what happens when you drone up in the early game.
Yeah. If you look at the economic graph here, GogojOey has had the economic advantage for the longest time. He still has the drone lead as well, and now he takes all of his gases. So he will have that advantage going into the muta play if we see mutas. But GogojOey actually starts +1 range. Oh my god.
Okay. He's going to be focusing a lot more on roaches this game. I doubt EnDerr is going to go for... the same thing here.
Yeah, there's no Roach Warren, there's no Evo Chamber. I imagine EnDerr wants to go for mutas just like the previous game, but I really like this response from GogojOey. Obviously in game 1, we saw him try and Link Flood his opponent, and it didn't really work out for him. But Roaches, ooh, and a Nidus as well, let's go!
Yeah, love to see it. Just looking at the minimap right now to see if EnDerr has any vision around his main base, and the answer is no.
Yeah, EnDerr has a couple of overlords towards the north, but not towards the south. Just GogojOey has done such a great job at reading his opponent. He knows that mutas are on the way, and Nidus is the hard counter to this. Because once the Nidus pops up, Queens get across the map, drones can get across the map, we can see spores as well, and it's going to be devastating, especially if GogojOey gets into the main base.
Which he has.
Oh my
already.
god. There's a wall of spines. It doesn't even matter. It's not going to be a part of the fight. It's at the natural.
All of them pointing in the exact wrong direction. EnDerr will see this now, but it is far too late for him to do anything. GogojOey's here with 45 RV supply versus 8.
Exactly. It's a little bit too late. Spores are on the way as well, so mutas are not going to be enough. He has the high ground. EnDerr just has to give up his main base and try to evacuate to the natural. Oh no.
Or evacuate to the main? Question mark? Apparently that's the idea. GG is called, and GogojOey takes us to the ace.
GG. Again, GogojOey reading his opponent so well and responding incredibly well, just shutting down the 2 base muta.
Just like so. I'm not even sure if he knew that Mutas were on the way, but he
I
may
mean,
have just decided to go for an edge like this regardless. But yeah, I would say regardless of what EnDerr was doing, this was the strongest answer.
yeah, I mean, GogojOey, he never scouted. He scouted the gases at the natural, but he never saw the lair itself. So he kind of made an assumption. He's like, it's more likely than not that EnDerr would go Mutas. There's a chance that he wouldn't have gone Mutas, to be fair. Like, there is a chance. So GogojOey gambled a little bit.
But he gambled and he won. And it wasn't a complete gamble either. It was an educated gamble.
Yeah. Exactly. And in the end, it worked out for him. He does take the win there. And that means we're going all the way to game 3.
Yeah. Getting our money's worth.
Oh, yeah.
Out of EnDerr here. It's not often we get to cast him, so yeah, we have to cast as many games of him as possible when we have the opportunity.
Oh, yeah. We all want some more EnDerr in our lives, mate.
We really do. Gotta get some caviar, you know?
Mm-hmm. I have never had caviar. Caviar?
Neither have I. I've had fish roe, like salmon roe.
True.
Shrimp roe.
True. I think I've had salmon roe as well.
Yeah. I imagine. I mean, it's all fish eggs at the end, right? So
I
similar.
kind of similar, I guess. Sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go around and tell people that yes, I have had caviar.
God damn it, Yaku.
It's just from salmon. Anyway, we are gonna be concluding our upper bracket finals here on Glittering Ashes LE. The winner of this will go to the grand finals with a +1 point advantage. The loser of this will go down to the lower bracket finals and have a chance to go up to the grand finals, but without a +1 advantage. Anyway, we're going to determine who it's going to be. In the top right-hand corner map, starting all the way in the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player from the land of Hong Kong. He's the best player from Hong Kong. He's too fast, he's too furious, and he's representing the Juggernauts. He is GogojOey.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Glittering Ashes LE, we have the Filipino Zerg player also representing the Juggernauts, going for a pool first opening. It is EnDerr. He's going up against Dom and his crewmate.
It's a family. Oh no, wait, he is family.
The drama, the inter-family turmoil. Oh god.
I'm trying to remember what quotes from that.
I'm struggling because I haven't seen a single one of the. I haven't seen a single one of the new Fast and Furious movies. I got no idea.
Neither have I. All I know is family.
Oh god, we need chat to help us out. We need to help us out, mate. Oh god. Speaking of family, massive shout out to D Mega in the chat. It's been a while since I've seen D Mega. I know he's been busy as he did move to Italia. To live with
Ryu.
Oh, the drone.
It's getting very vulnerable, but look at that. Family helps each other out. As the Lings save the drone.
There you go, the Lings. Oh, did they though?
Oh no! Oh, but look at that. The drone pull.
Oh, he's coming back.
Oh, but it's gonna He really wants that drone.
Oh my god, EnDerr wants him so bad, but GogojOey, he's there for his boys, he's there for his crew, and he keeps all of his drones alive.
That's what happens when you got family.
There you go. That's all you need, mate. That's all you need.
But it doesn't hurt. Yeah, sometimes family's all you need, but it doesn't hurt if you have a macro hatch too.
True. The macro hatch does make up for the lack of queens a little bit, for lack of third base, for that extra larva. And we'll see where things go from here. Both players are going for Evo Chambers at relatively even times, but GogojOey investing very quickly into that lair.
Oh, turn the tables a little bit. Oh, I was hoping we'd see a Spire from here, but yeah, with that researching a +1 range, I doubt it.
Yeah, this is looking very similar to game number 2, obviously without the early aggression, but, you know, 2 base roaches are coming out. Meanwhile, it took EnDerr a long time to get his gas production up. Finally, he has his gases, and he can go a couple of different ways, but okay, he also wants to go roaches.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting here.
I like how they were...
I guess he sort of realized that Spire would take too long, and knowing how aggressive GogojOey can be, he didn't want to take that risk. But yeah, I do agree with you there. I like how Miomaika's influence is spreading.
Yeah, both of them were killing a couple of overlords with their own queens. Very, very cute. Very cute. But as you were saying, it looks like they both are looking to go into roach play. I would have liked it if EnDerr did go for mutas on this game, to be honest, just because it's Glittering Ashes. It's a little bit larger. He has a lot more kind of room to maneuver around. But it's also risky, and it's the ace match, so it makes sense for him in this kind of scenario to want to play more standard.
Yeah, something a little bit safer.
Yeah.
Not too safe, though, as, yeah, what really worries me from EnDerr is that Galactic Constitution is almost done here for GogojOey. He's already got a bunch, 7 roaches out. And the Roach-Run only now finished for EnDerr.
Yeah, and you know why? Because EnDerr's going for an all-in. You just pointed it out indirectly. He doesn't have a lair, he doesn't have roach speed. Oh, he just got scouted by a changeling! Yo, GogojOey knows what's coming his way. He needs spines. He needs as many spines as possible because EnDerr is sending it across the map. But because he got scouted, he actually is going for a lair behind this. So this was like a pure hatch push coming. But he's thinking about the next step.
Yeah, just in case this doesn't kill GogojOey, which by all means it shouldn't kill him outright.
I mean, GogojOey is preparing himself.
Shouldn't.
Like this third base is so vulnerable. There's not a lot of roaches here either. GogojOey has to be so careful not to get surrounded.
Almost does every now and then. That's the power of speedlings versus roaches in particular. The third base does go down. And EnDerr will retreat, but without Galactic Constitution, I mean, these roaches are just ripe for the picking.
Yeah, GogojOey is going to be able to chase this down. And honestly, I feel like if EnDerr had hit there, and if he had reinforced with things, I think he probably could have taken a fight and maybe even won the game. Especially because there's only one spine. I feel like GogojOey kind of underreacted. But because EnDerr didn't commit, like, it was okay for GogojOey.
Yeah, I guess it would have been difficult regardless to try to get those slings to surround a choke point like that, so EnDerr didn't want to take that risk. And because of that, GogojOey survives.
Yeah.
Funnily enough. He survives, he thrives. He goes for a counterattack.
Yeah, he picks up a couple of roaches. He does trade more efficiently, but now EnDerr, he is the one with the superior worker count. He's got the faster third base third hatchery, I should say. Now with all these hatcheries, he has so much lava to work with. We have a Ling Flood coming behind this. Like, GogojOey, he's pushing up this ramp, but in a couple of seconds, Lings are about to pop out.
Like so.
Oh, God.
We have a very nice buffer here for the roaches of EnDerr. He also has a much better concave. GogojOey push back down the ramp and into the choke point.
Exactly, GogojOey, he's really struggling to find ground here, but he's still not droning up behind this. He still wants to try and reciprocate that damage and try and break this third base just like his own third was broken. But he just can't find it. He just can't get in.
It ain't working out.
It's really not. Instead he backs off, he kills a couple of overlords here and there. What's important is that he does have a pretty strong timing right now. He does have +2 compared to only the +1 from EnDerr. But if he doesn't hit now, then EnDerr is going to catch up and then overcome what GogojOey has.
Oh, speaking of catching up, Platypus is already about to finish for EnDerr, so yeah, he's kind of neutralizing the upgrade advantage that GogojOey has at the moment. +2 isn't far behind for him either, though.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, the longer this goes on, the worse it is for GogojOey, and he still hasn't been able to get up any of these ramps. He still hasn't been able to hit that third base. And he also still hasn't really been droning up either. Maybe if EnDerr decides to suddenly start making drones, like, then maybe EnDerr will die. But unless that happens, I don't know if GogojOey can find anything here.
Yeah, it is a pretty big if at that.
Yeah.
I too am a little surprised that GogojOey hasn't gone for a 4th base while he, while he has all this map control. He really wants to try to break EnDerr, and he might be able to do it. He's hitting before +2 finishes for EnDerr here, but I think the defensive advantage is good enough.
Yeah, the Ravagers are all getting picked off one after the other. The reinforcements are trying to push up this ramp, but it is the defender's advantage with that ramp, and EnDerr defends beautifully at the same time. He counterattacked, he was able to kill 2 drones, and now EnDerr, he can push out across the map. He now can press his advantage.
Yeah, the upgrades have finished up. Still a little bit behind when it comes to the supply, but he is definitely catching up there, and obviously he can continue to reinforce this with lanes if so need be. If need be.
Yeah, exactly. EnDerr even took this opportunity to drone up a little bit more to get even further ahead in the economy. And now he's also, to be fair, he's found himself in a very similar scenario where he does have a very impressive army and with the upgrades, but oh my god, GogojOey actually goes down the ramp to meet the army. GogojOey, please.
Not typically what you want to do.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is that EnDerr can still have a hard time getting up some of these ramps, but GogojOey actually doesn't have vision here. He's actually gonna let him get off the ramp. Oh no!
Like so, before the Spine Crawler can really burrow, all the battles will land. Transfuses are pretty good though, and I don't think this is a good fight for EnDerr at all.
Yeah, EnDerr just doesn't have the numbers here. Like, his reinforcements are still coming across the map, and GogojOey, with his defender's advantage, just is able to swat this away, and things are kind of evening up here.
I'll say this for EnDerr though, he definitely understands when to retreat a little bit better. Such a good choke point to utilize, and EnDerr is collapsing a little bit on the Roach army of GogojOey.
Jesus. GogojOey, yeah, he does take a pretty rough fight there again. Like, EnDerr still has a slight army lead, but it's still always so difficult pushing up these ramps, like, even with a lead like that.
Yeah, that's why I siege up on the low ground,
yeah. That's a good point, mate. Where's the lurker tech? Like, both players are still only on pure Roach Ravager, and no one's got an infestation pit for +3.
They appear to be tunnel visioning just a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, it's always scary to switch tech, so I don't blame them for that. But working on a hive should be kind of on the horizon here. EnDerr, though, he has maxed out. With this superior supply, he can try and pull apart the army of GogojOey, and he does find a little bit of like, find some room there.
Yeah, already winning the battle on the left-hand side. Winning is debatable, I guess, but it's not losing.
Yeah.
It's trading.
Yeah, exactly. He can afford to trade as well. Like, even though these fights may not be the most efficient fights possible, like, he can slowly overwhelm what GogojOey has.
Yeah, so his 4th base untouched for quite some time throughout this game compared to GogojOey, who just lost his 4th. That was a kill. Another cancel.
Yeah. A couple more roaches go down for free. I feel like EnDerr's finally done it. I feel like he's finally breaking GogojOey. GogojOey has done so well defending for the past couple of minutes, but over time he's been crumbling. He's been falling apart at the seams, and we can see that here.
We really can. With the sandwiching of the roaches, this is going to be GogojOey's final stand. GG is called, and EnDerr takes that series 2-1. He will be our first finalist. Very nicely done here. Looked a little bit messy here and there, but in the end, he was able to go all the way. Well, I say all the way to the finals.
Yeah, GG, well played. Really well played there by EnDerr. I was a little bit concerned when he was struggling to like break into that 3rd base towards the end. But like, mate, he could just keep throwing roaches away. It didn't even matter.
Pretty much. Yeah.
He just had so much. GogojOey was really struggling to break into that like 160 plus supply. Like, he was really struggling to produce more roaches. Oh, GG.
Well played.
Well played, man. Well played. What a series. And now, mate, we're getting into that lower bracket.
Yeah, we're jumping into the Hong Kong Derby.